What's up, Infected, and welcome to the Quarantine. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a small game by the name of Super Hack Override. Now this game was on Kickstarter and is available for pre-order. What is Super Hack Override? Well, Super Hack Override is a competitive take-that game that plays 2 to 8 players. Thematically though, it is a retro 80s themed, like hardcore movie Hollywood style, like hacking Tron kind of appearance, and it's got a very retro look to it. So let's go over to the overview. In Super Hack Override, the players are going to be competing against each other to try to be the most famous hacker. However, don't get too cocky, because if you wind up in hacker jail, you're eliminated from the game. So in the top of the cards, you're going to see how many points that's worth, and then a block of text with an ability. But for some of the cards, maybe it would be played as an instant because of the little lightning bolt symbol. Or maybe the screen door that is a proxy swap that also protects you from proxy swaps. Or maybe you have the computer goggles, again, have a little special ability. And then stolen goods. However, some of the cards, like this Firewall, actually stops those computer goggles from being able to affect you, and they're defense cards. Just like the Trace Spoof, which stops number 2 cards as well. However, some of the stronger cards are government hacks. They're worth a lot more points and have a much better ability, but if you ever wind up with 3 of those in front of you, you immediately go to hacker jail. Alright, Super Hack Override. Well, before I continue with the review, I'm just going to mention that the way I do my reviews, I play usually with several groups of people, and the opinions that I voice here may not only be my opinions, they are generally based on the collective opinion of everybody that I play. I kind of get the average. So even if I didn't like a game but everybody else loved it, I'll give it a good review, because that's what the general consensus was. And the way I also do it is, if it's overall a bad game, I'll talk about the good things that the game did, because I try to give a balanced and fair review. Just like if it's a good game, I will talk about the bad parts, because I feel as my job as a reviewer is to inform you the best that I can, give you all the information so that way you can make an informed decision. And that is actually where the biggest problem of Super Hack Override comes in. Because there's not a lot good about the game at all. It's not very fun. It's actually really boring. Everybody that played it wanted to just, I think the first 3 games we played, we just kind of scooped halfway through because nobody was having fun. It was boring, just plain and simple. There's nothing exciting going on in the game. It's a very, very, very basic kind of take that game, but even that it doesn't do very well. And then the rule book is, for such a small little game, again, first, I hate these rule books with a passion, but that's a lot of text for being such a light little game. It's fairly complicated, but also fairly simple in a lot of respects. And that's the biggest problem, because it feels like it should be just a really light take that game, but then there's some really complex mechanics like the proxy swaps that half the time don't make any sense, and just overall it's not fun. Like, nobody, not a single person that played this enjoyed it. It's just not a good game at all. The artwork is very, very hit or miss. Some of them look alright. They look like stuff that you would think hacking in Tron from like hacking in the 80s versus Tron, but then you get like that. It's not, it goes from that to that, and it's just, I don't know, it's just overall the artwork isn't done very well. The layout of the cards is alright. There's a lot of text on some of these cards. And just, again, I don't want to keep drilling it home, but like I said, it's just not a very good game at all. So my final verdict is no, I cannot recommend Super Hack Override in the slightest. But that is my review for Super Hack Override. I hope you enjoy the show, and I'll see you guys next time in the Quarantine.